motherfucking lit.
It's motherfucking lit. It's motherfucking lit. Yeah, 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 oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Yeah, 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 yeah.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back. I think this is like the most excited I have been over a set in a long time. So I think I'm gonna start doing this thing where I just show y'all the nails again before we get started, kind of motivate y'all. If I can do it, y'all can do it. I am definitely a beginner. Don't get it twisted. This is the acrylic set, so yeah, let's get into it. So I'm feeling myself because I got a Kalinsky brush from Dynamic Nails and it is a size 14. I wanted a 16, but the 16 was a little bit more pricey and honestly, it was almost the same size. So I was like, just get the 14. But anyway, here's my nail book. As y'all know, this is kind of my concept. I didn't finish this last nail that I'm showing y'all off like that, but for the most part, that's what we went with. Now, y'all know I am just now starting with acrylics. Ugh. So I had no idea that the color acrylics were just pigment, right? So when I started off with this black, and it just kind of got everywhere, and I really was not feeling it. But it's cool. It did not mess up the brush, and that was like my biggest concern. It is a little bit on the thinner side as far as acrylic, so and it was cold in here. Houston decided to be 40 degrees yesterday. So, yeah. So, well, I ain't gonna even say yesterday, I'm gonna say last night, because yesterday in the weekend it was like 80 degrees. But this is me attempting to show y'all how I do it because I am not a professional. I'm only showing y'all what I know and what I know how to do so far. So please do not take my advice and run and talk about me like a dog. Please. We're trying to be friends over here, okay? I did hear somebody say that you can mix pigments with clear, and I want to say that Portia nailed it. It's her YouTube, and that's the person that said it. If it wasn't Portia, it was definitely Zule because those like are my two top people. Like I watch them while I do nails. But anyway, so the good thing is we only doing one nail this color. And honestly, I could have just did like a clear acrylic and put what do you call it? I could have put like a black gel polish on top of it. I'm sorry, y'all. Sometimes my mind just go everywhere. Excuse me. If y'all know that I have a 2 year old and I get super excited when I do get the quiet time to record. And sometimes my brain just goes blank. I don't know if it's the ADHD or what, but sometimes I'll be like, because I'm like trying to rush to do it because I know he's going to wake up. I just know it. I feel it in my bones. Guys, I can say this brush saved the day when it came to this acrylic. Please listen to these people that are on YouTube and people who are around you that are telling you to get a good brush. The brush cost me about 30 something dollars, almost $40. Let's just say that. But when I tell y'all that it was worth it, and the guy was like, he looked at me and was like, please take care of this brush. He was like, because you can have it for a long time. And in my hand, when I touched the black, I was like, no, he just told me to take care of it. I can't go back. I can't let him know that I fucked it up in one day. I can't. So I was like, I was kind of mad at first. But when I tell y'all that it ended up being like super smooth and it came out really good, especially for like how watery and runny that it was. I also feel as if I spent way too much time on this nail. So I am gonna just take it out to the next one. And pretty much we just did clear nails after this. So y'all can see how I did that. And then we'll get into the design. So I did find this clear on Temu and it is in a huge container. You really can't miss it on Temu. If you just type in clear acrylic, it's gonna pop up that it has three white, pink, and clear. And it's one of the biggest containers that I've seen on Temu so far. Maybe I'm on the wrong side of Temu. You know how that works. So going into this was way easier. It was a thicker acrylic. So the good thing is I didn't have to use as much and it still was easier to work with. I don't know if the room warmed up by then. I really don't remember because yeah, I just know that it was better and it was easier. And I'm still working on how I use my brush. So if anybody has any advice, and I'm just hoping that I reach somebody that's advanced that can kind of give me some advice on how I can use my brush better before I completely destroy it. And I watch tutorials and stuff, but I am like a visual learner, so I think the more I watch it, I'll catch on to it eventually. But sometimes or a lot of times when I'm watching the videos while I'm doing the nails. I think it's gonna take for me to kind of like sit down on my own and kind of just figure it out. I think I do too much brushing. I am an artist. I am a painter, so I do glide my brush a bit instead of patting. Like I've been told a couple times, I need to pat more. And I am big on like moving the brush around as if I'm doing a painting. So that's gonna take some getting used to. I ain't zoom in on this part because I was ashy. No, I'm just kidding. I was kind of ashy though, but that's not why. I just feel like y'all have seen a couple people do clear acrylic applications, so I didn't feel like it was that important to be like, "Oh, here's a close up," but I could be wrong. So I don't know. I just want y'all to see my progress right now. I'm not really too much trying to teach anybody because I'm still learning. If anything, I'll teach designs because, like I said, being an artist, that's something that I really want to perfect, and I want y'all to see how I do that from the beginning. And there's a couple designs I already know how to do because I used to put my own designs on my nails. I used to get acrylic nails because I just felt like they was either A, charging too much, and I understood. I'm not gonna say it was charging too much. I'm gonna say that even though I knew it would take them a lot of time, I was like, I can do that for one. For two, it's gonna take me a while, but it's free when I do it. So I don't really think there's no such thing as charging too much. I think that people charge their worth, and as long as your work come out good and I'm excited, then you charge exactly what you were supposed to. So I take that part back. Anyway, just showing you how I do it. I am super slow with acrylic application right now. But one thing I do know is that I don't want to go too thick on the cuticle. I was watching a video by Portia Nailed It, and she was saying that when she does her acrylic press-ons, that she does it a bit thinner. I'm sorry, she does it a bit thinner. I talk very fast, y'all, but she does it a bit thinner around where the cuticle area will be. That way, you don't have to have like a shrinking nail. One of these I did end up doing a little bit more bulky than what I wanted to, but it wasn't the acrylic, it was actually the gel. Like I don't know, something happened with the matte gel that I was using, and it was too much going on. Well, I'm not gonna tell y'all too much of what's going on with this because, like I said, I'm not teaching y'all. So right now, y'all kind of dry watching me do this. Y'all can see that I kind of was having some issues. I'm still learning my ratios, but we're gonna move on to the designing part. So I told myself I'd just be honest with y'all. So my first attempt at this color was not what I wanted it to be. So I ended up adding some more black to it or whatever, and it came out exactly how I needed it. So this is just me testing out that color. I wanted it to be sheer, and all I did was mix it with a top coat that I had already ruined. Well, not me, but my son, my 2-year-old. Sometimes he gets my keys and he unlocks the door to my art room, and this is where all the magic happens. And when I tell y'all he got in here, he messed up the little black mat that y'all were seeing me use in my other videos. He poured acrylic everywhere. He poured monomer into my acrylic. He put green inside of my top coat. So I was like, the one that he put green in, I'm going to turn that into like a black jelly polish. So that's what I did. So I'm going to do 2 coats of this color. Y'all can see on some nails it comes off as if it's darker, but I promise y'all they all ended up being very, very even. But I'm going to do 2 coats of this. And my pinky nail, I decided to go with a stiletto. And I'm proud of myself, y'all, because I shaped it by myself. Anyway, so my middle nail, the one that we did black, I went over that with a matte coat. Don't know what happened to the video, but I just went over it with a matte top coat. I cured it for about 2 minutes. And then I start putting these dots in the middle with just regular top coat. So shout out to Zule because she showed me how to do this basically. And the dots are so that you can get even diamonds on the nails. Shout out to Zule. Definitely a Z. But yeah. So this when she did it, I was like, oh my God, it's gonna take me forever. I can't do it. But then I had to think back to I want to say everything that I've ever done, like even with painting, I used to be like, I'll never paint a portrait. It takes too long. And I had to really teach myself how to just sit down and give myself a chance. So if you thinking about doing this or just really anything, give yourself a chance. Sit down and take the time that you need in order to learn it. Do it on a time when you bored or you watching TV, or like, let's say you driving around, put it on your mind and be like, okay, if I get home and I do this and I do this, I have time 2 hours to do this. Find a way where you can stop. You get what I'm saying? Like, when I started painting, I would stop. I would stop and I would be like, dang, I can't freaking stop too long because my palette's gonna dry. So what I did was I invested in a wet palette. So then I can leave my wet palette sitting for 2 days. I can stop. I can do stuff with my kids. So I found a way, is what I'm trying to tell y'all. And there's always a way around the excuses that we make in life. Anyway, here I am being a damn life coach, y'all. I talk a lot. So I'm kind of used to advising people. And that's why y'all need to put some energy into me so I can become Houston's new nail tech and just consult y'all and talk to y'all and counsel y'all, because I did hair for 13 years, y'all. I've been doing this. I've been counseling people. I've been hearing people out. So I'm the person for you. Advertising myself. And also, if you got this far in the video, I have a huge surprise. But I'm not going to tell y'all today. It's going to be another day. So just be prepared for the surprise that I got. And it's mainly for the people who really love me and like me. Actually listen to me. And I'm not gonna say listen to me because some of my friends don't even do that. But it's just for the people who actually care about me. So I don't want nobody to take it personal, because when you find out what the surprise is, you're gonna be like, oh shit, okay. They might even be like, oh shit, bitch. Anyway. So anyway, let's get back into this nail. So we're gonna fill in each one with some top coat. The entire time I was doing this nail, I was like, this would be so bomb if it was matte. So I should have did it matte, is what I'm trying to tell y'all. But I still ended up liking the way that it came out. So pretty much right here, you're gonna do the same thing. You're just gonna fill in every individual diamond. If you want shiny, make sure you just use like a regular or a shiny top coat. If you want matte, make sure you use a matte top coat. And right here, we just gonna do, I don't really know what this is called. It's similar to a French tip. I'm not really sure what to call it. We're just gonna go around the edges. I obviously need to do some more nail research so I can get everything down packed. If you know the name of this type of nail, let me know. But it's like a French tip where you just kind of go like on the sides and then the very top. But what we trying to do, what we going for is we're trying to make this into like a window, right? So we're gonna make it look like a window pane. It's gonna look like it has a teddy bear on it. I'm still kind of working on shaping my nails with the acrylic. I feel like my shape looks perfectly fine when I just do gel, but for some reason when I do the acrylic, I need to work on my shaping afterwards a little bit better. But yeah, so because of that, I had to kind of go in on the sides a little bit more than what the normal person would have to, but that's okay. And moving on, I wanted this nail to be a croc nail, so what I did was I outlined first the bottom half, and then I outlined the top half, and then I filled both of those in. You can pretty much do this whatever shape you want to. Um, I don't know. I saw who did this? Portia nailed it. I know I keep mentioning people, but I just try to give credit where it's due. She did a similar design. Hers was way better than mine. I tried to keep it basic because sometimes basic is just the way to go, and I was kind of pressed for time. Not gonna lie, with the kids and just know it was a long day. Okay. And y'all have to excuse me. I know that it seems as if I'm skipping all over the place, but I did cure that nail. I forgot to let y'all know that. I cured it so that way when I do this part, it will be much easier. So I'm going to just do the line down the middle, and then I'm going to cure that so I don't smear it and mess it up. And then I'm going to go back in with the other line after that is cured. And I'm going to go over that line with some clear gel. Now this nail was aggravating my soul. I was trying to do a peppermint, and honestly, usually I use a reference picture, and this time I tried to do it off the top of my dome, and that's what I get because I know better. No matter what I do, I try to pull out a reference, and I just threw this shit together. But because I didn't like the way it came out, I ended up making some candy canes, like some 3D candy canes, and I don't think I showed how to do them. I apologize. But if I'm not mistaken, I did show in a different video how I did them. So that video should be coming up. And if I didn't, then I'll just give y'all individual video on how I make my candy canes 3D. This is just for people who can't afford to buy all these charms like me. Like right now, I can't afford to buy a bunch of different stuff. Feel free to donate. I will open up my nail list to y'all on Amazon. Don't play. But feel free to donate or to, help out if you would like to see more like crazy, crazy designs with like the 3D nail art and stuff like that. But for right now, I'm doing what I can afford with the amount of children that I have. And we just gonna slowly stock up on stuff. Um, I can't wait to start doing giveaways and stuff like that. And I can't wait to interact with everybody. I love giving to people and stuff. I don't want to do it for followers. I just want to do it for people who just support me automatically. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not about you following me. Like honestly, just you supporting me in any type of way. I do appreciate that. But for those people who interact with me more, like I cannot wait to do a huge giveaway to people like that because without y'all, like y'all keep me going in my craft. It's not about social media. Y'all literally keep me going on a daily basis to where y'all will comment on my Facebook and I'm like, these same 5 to 10 people are making my day. And if I can get more people to do that, that would just be amazing. And just to be able to teach people what I do know, I might not be the best, is also a great feeling to me. So yeah, if you would like for me to open up my Amazon list to where people can send things to me, I will do that. Or if you would like to get me some stuff off of Timu, we can do that too. Just reach out to me, write me a personal message. I'm more of a Facebook person, but also it is easier to reach me on Instagram right now because I don't have that many followers. And the page that you would be reaching out to me on as far as nail stuff would be You've Got Nails. And the nail is spelled Nells, and the name is in the description. So anything helps, guys. I do really work hard to get content out to you guys, and I don't do it as often as I would like. Like I said, I do have kids, so it's not easy. But anyway, let's get into this nail. This was my favorite nail. So I just got the black acrylic again. I lied to y'all when I told y'all that I was only using it on one hand. I completely forgot I used it for this. I apologize. And I just got a small brush. I want to say it was a size 6 or maybe a size 8. So I got that really tiny brush and I just put like a ball of it on the tip and I just slowly spread that. You can see I dropped some right here because, like I said, this pigment is very cheap. So I just went up the entire nail with this acrylic color and I just kind of did it like as if, like like as if you were doing like an actual candy cane. It's pretty much the same concept of the lines, but we want to make this look like a Christmas tree. We're gonna put some glitter on y'all. This was my favorite nail that I did for this hand. Like I was eager to do this set because I had already saw somebody else do something similar. And when I opened up my nail coloring book, I was like, let me make sure I draw that on there because I'm doing that as a Christmas nail. So I'm pretty much just gonna do that going up the entire nail and then I'm going to cure that. And here I am again working on this nail that I despise so much. And all I did was made it worse. I should have just left it in all black peppermint, honestly. But it ended up working out in the end, so I definitely wasn't tripping. But no, I was not that fond of this because like I said, I didn't look at a reference and I don't know what I did, y'all. I just messed up. Anyway, so I cured that one, and after I was done, I took this one back out and I went over it with the clear coat. And then after the clear coat, you're gonna get some black glitter, and you're gonna pour that over the clear coat. Now, if you have black glitter, please listen. Mix it with a silver. You will not regret it. It's gonna make the black pop. Black glitter by itself is very hard to see, and it just doesn't even really look like glitter. So mix that with like a silver or like an iridescent type of glitter, and it's gonna make the black pop. Now the paper that you're seeing me use is all it is cardstock, and then I cut a piece of the cardstock paper, very cheap cardstock paper from Walmart. I cut a piece and then I kind of like fold it so that way it's easier to pour back into the glitter pot. And then I just take my glitter dusting brush, which is really a paint brush. Told you I'm an artist, so anything left over from that, I'm using it. And I dust off the glitter. Now, for this part, I freaking struggled. I tried top coat, I tried rhinestone glue, nothing was working. Nothing. And then finally I just went over it with some rhinestone glue again, and I just had to hold it. I be trying my hardest not to put my hand into the UV light too many times, but you know, it is what it is. I'm trying to figure out what happened to that part of the video. That was weird, but that was me pouring glitter onto the fingernail with the bear on it. I'm glad I kind of mentioned how I was doing that design earlier because I don't know what happened to that piece of the video. But here I am with that half nail that I told y'all that I was going to do matte. See how it's glitter on here already? Anyway, I popped the matte one into the UV light so that it can come out matte because, you know, if you don't cure it, then it won't come out matte. Anyway, this is me putting a teddy bear on it, and that just threw me off because what just happened? At this point, I'm the walking definition of I can show you better than I can tell you because what the heck? Anyway, so I went in with that same glue and I just started to put some of these little silver beads on there. I don't even know how silver beads got into the all golden rhinestone palette, but I'm so glad they did because this did exactly what I needed it to do. And y'all don't do this. Please do not put this stuff on your finger. It can be toxic. I did do it because shit, I mean, my hands already messed up. I did hair for 13 years, so it is what it is. Here go me taking a bagel and a coffee break because I was hungry as hell. And I ended up burning the first set of bagels, but we ain't gonna talk about that. You know what I'm saying? I got so distracted trying to do this video. So get into this croc nail. Y'all see how matte it is? It came out so cute. So this croc nail, you're just gonna draw the lines with a top coat. I did end up using a matte top coat. And then after you do the lines, you're gonna cure it. I lied. You're not gonna cure it. I'm so sorry. What we did right here was we poured the acrylic on top. Sometimes I don't do the acrylic, so that's why I told y'all that we cure it because a lot of times when I do these type of designs, I cure it and then I go back over that with another top coat, and that's how I get it to do three to look like 3D. So that's what y'all seeing me do right here. The only difference is I poured acrylic on top of it, and as you can see, the acrylic personally did not do what I wanted it to do. So I ended up going back over it with a thick layer of top coat. And then you're just gonna pop it back into the UV light and cure it for about 2 minutes. Yeah, this thumbnail was so ugly, bro. Like, here go my little candy canes, though. Like I told y'all earlier, I didn't show the process of this, so I'm just trying to figure out where they go because I did take a break. And I just kind of hopped back into it, like over it, ready to be done. Being impatient, my kids was getting on my nerves. You know how they go. So while we are curing our candy canes, because I just use top coat as my glue, pretty much. While we're curing our candy canes, we're gonna go and we're gonna outline this, and we're gonna do another layer of glitter. This is pretty much the last layer. If you would like the reference picture, because this video was a bit all over the place, please make sure you go follow my Instagram for the reference picture so you can get a screenshot of it and recreate it if you would like to. And like I said, I'm just teaching y'all as I learn. If I'm being honest with y'all, I want to come up with my own nail design so bad. And I just wanted to get popular. I wanted to be like, Lyric came up with this. Anyway, that is my goal. So in 3 months, give me about 3 months, I got y'all.
Let's get into it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.